Hi. Hello. Hello. Hi. 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 Can. How's it going, everybody? Hope everyone is doing okay. Let me set like music for like a moment. Before I actually set up the game, alright? Which is going to be fine. Yeah, let me actually start the thing, but before that, borderless, okay, vsync. Okay, let me launch the game. Hoping the game is not going to be loud. Okay, now it's actually fine. Let me launch the game. Danganronpa. And we should be alright to go. Is it working fine? Yes, it is. In the meantime, I don't know why everything's like changing all the time. But I feel like this sounds like that should be okay. I hope so. Okay, now we should be good to go. What do you guys think? But yeah, let's actually start with that and we have some fun, I suppose. But we should be okay. Okay, movement bobbing. Okay, let's load the game. We actually finished. Where did he finished? Yeah, like that was like the last one. There's like chapters and other stuff. I should maybe like the stuff like that. Also, freaking overlay is giving me some issues now, but we should be okay, fine now. Voice maybe like that. Okay. Yeah, continue. This is where we actually finished. Freaking Junko dead, Sayaka is also dead, and just a lot of them. Let's actually talk to Kyoko first. Hey. Before we start searching for Sayaka's killer, we need to decide what to do about securing the crime scene. What do you mean? You're thinking of putting someone on guard so nobody can disturb the area, aren't you? After all, if the culprit decides to destroy the evidence, we're pretty much screwed. Hey. In that case, I don't mind doing it. I don't like having to think anyway. I will let you guys figure out who killed that chick. Okay, then we can let Makoto Mondo look after the scene. Well, no. We can just leave him there alone. What? Why the hell not? Stop talking. Isn't it obvious? If you were the culprit, what's the first thing you would do? By volunteering for the guard duty, you're in a position to destroy all the evidence you want. Fuck you. So then. Fine. Then I will stay there on guard duty as well. That way there's no problem. 2-player co-op base defense with 2 of them. With their stats, they are totally OP. Since we won't be able to help investigate, we are putting all our faith in the rest of you. I'm still pretty freaked out by our try. It's actually just the same thing. Is it really happening? Screw that piece of shit bear. I hate this, but still, we don't have a choice. We have to figure out who did it, or else we are all dead. Celeste. Oh. Yeah, so you finally noticed. Notice what? I was looking through Monokuma file we received, and I noticed something very obvious and very unusual. What are you talking about? Go ahead, take a look. Notice anything interesting about where Sayaka died? She died in Makoto's dorm. Well, she's right. Then could it be? All at once, everyone's gaze turned to me. Hold on a second, we've got it all wrong. Just for one night, I traded rooms with her. I did it because she was afraid. You expected us to believe that? Just tell us the truth. The look in everyone's eyes has done a complete 180 from just a few minutes earlier. The feeling of suspicion and fear had returned, in other words. You think I did it? What about them? Byakuya, Togami. We need to hurry up and figure out who's the culprit is. Kawata. So we are gonna try and find out who did it. If we find it who did it, then only that person dies. But if we get it wrong, then all of the rest of us face execution. That's what that ridiculous regulation said, right? So stupid. So there's just like more of them. Huh? What's going on? Sakura. We can run away from the situation, so we have no choice but to move forward. Chihiro.
What should I do?
Someone got right in front of us, Okay. She must be so short, she can't even open her mouth to talk. Ifumi. Consciousness has crashed. Restarting now, please wait a moment. I gently placed my hand on Juko's lifeless body. I touched her with her wrist to check for a pulse, like they do in movies and stuff, but she really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say, she was gone. I don't know why you even bothered to check after those injuries and losing that much blood. Frankly, I would be shocked if she did survive something like that. Huh? Hold on. Hold on, just wait a second. She's dead? Then that means... That means everything that really happened so far is real? It's not a joke or whatever? It's really real? Hell no! Someone save me, let me out of here! Somebody help me!
What's your problem?
You're just accepting now that? Not accepting that? Are we all done talking? We need to begin our investigation soon. At this point, we should split up. We need to get to the bottom of this and find out who killed Sayaka. We'll have to collect clues to form our foundation, then construct an argument to come afraid to come to a final decision. That, if we get this wrong.
So...
Well, do I really have to say anymore?
Actually...
I would rather you didn't know.
Goodbye.
Everyone pray for good luck. With that, Kyoko hurried out of the gym.
Goodbye.
I'd be going too. And just like that, Kyoko, he was... Wait, and just like Kyoko, he was gone before we realized it.
Yo.
Oh yeah, I'm got on duty, huh? I would better head out to the scene of the crime. That's right.
Hey, damn it.
Let me just say this right now. Whatever son of a bitch did this here right now, and they are thinking of destroying that evidence,
You're fucking dead.
they would be better not let me find them. I will skip the trial and cave their goddamn scope in myself. I'm serious, I'll fuck them up. Letting his deadly words hang in the air, he and Sakura ran off.
So,
But I mean, we are not detectives or anything, you know? You're gonna investigate a murder? How do you even do something like that?
anyway...
We don't really have to do anything in particular. We already know who killed Sayaka. What are you implying?
This is...
It was you. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. Don't go any closer. Are you gonna kill me next?
So,
Well, I guess you wouldn't give it a shot. I'm not sure. It's not sure if... Not sure that Makoto killed it yet. That's sure, you might as well at least check, just to check. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't help investigate. Wait, why not? I'm not good with blood. All it takes in one glimpse and I black out.
Oh yeah?
Well, whatever, I don't think anyone was expecting much for you anyway. Alright, I guess I will get going. Wait, don't go yet, you have to hear me out. It was pointless, everyone already left. And their partying, look at me, had still been filled with suspicion. Does everyone really thinks I'm the killer? How did I turn out like this? Seriously, they got it all wrong. Why do they have to suspect me? I have to do something, otherwise everyone will.
Execution is execution. Execution!
Exact.
Poison gas! Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane!
Ouch. I can't let that happen. I can let thing turn out the way Monokuma wants. All I have to do is find out who really did it. Who really killed Sayaka. Investigate. I guess I should look through Monokuma file we got before. The victim was Sayaka Maizono. Time of the death is estimated to be around 1:30 AM. The body was discovered in Makoto's room in the dormitory. All evidence suggests that the death took place in the bathroom. The cause of the death was a stab wound to the abdomen. There was also an injury to her right wrist. Especially the wrist appears to be suffered a fracture. We have no choice but to push forward if we want to find out what happened. Somehow I have to find out the truth, so that we can all survive. And for Sayaka, I have to find out how she was killed. Monokuma file has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook. Let me actually check. I just lifeless body. She's really dead. Like, damn it! Why is this happening? Maybe they do something. Oh, no way! I seriously don't want to die here. I'm begging you, God, Buddha, Mother Earth, God of Space, King Neptune, help me! I don't really care who that is. Just let me get out of here. Hiro doesn't seem prepared to do any kind of investigating right now. What about you, Chihiro? Aren't you going to help investigate Chihiro? But I can't leave Junko here. I feel sorry for her. I have to stay with her. Not spying on us with that camera. And who is it and what for? Is there like anything else I can find? No, I don't think so. Leave the gym, yeah. Let's actually leave the gym. Oh yeah, we actually, like, you know, took the katana maybe. Instead of the breastplate was trophies and other items. I completely forgot I actually did that. Which is kind of like, you know, silly to say. But yeah. But yeah. Did I actually also did? No, I did not. Let me also like check one more thing, I suppose. Maybe. I'm not like, you know, checking out the freaking like other stuff, but I actually forgot to do like one specific thing. But we are good to go now. Okay, the outbreak is actually also done. Let's actually leave the area. First of all, I should head to the scene of the crime, my room. We won't make any progress without the investigating there. So I actually just went there, so I headed to my room where Sayaka's corpse still remained. I would better examine the state of my room a little bit closer. That might reveal something new. Yeah, there's a lot of that stuff. The ticket is still inside in the drawer. I don't see any evidence that it's been used at all. Which makes sense, I guess. I mean, it's mine, and I haven't had any reason to open it. I can't even imagine a situation where I need a toolkit like this.
Yo,
Yeah, seriously. Oh, Mondo.
what?
We ain't exactly in the mood to be a fucking... to building fucking furniture, right? So you haven't used yours either then.
What?
Not just me, nobody busted there out yet, as far as I know. Actually, we were talking about it yesterday.
By the way,
None of the guys have opened their toolkits yet, because like, why the hell would we? Toolkit has been added to bulletproof bullets section of your handbook. Right, there's that katana. This is a direct replica sword I brought back for self-defense. Doesn't mean it was used in the attack somehow. And plus, it's been taken out of its sheath. I hadn't actually looked at the blade itself till now. I shouldn't be surprised it's coated in the gold too. On top of that, some of the gold coating has come out of the parts of the blade and handle. Yeah, the handle especially is missing a lot of its coating. I remember the coating sticks to you even if you touch a little bit. Replica sword has been added to the... okay. We actually are getting a lot of stuff now, huh? Maybe it's that... like that stuff. There's that freaking thing. It is blade stand that the sword was on. What about the keys? The Sayaka's keys. Oh, that's my keys. There's a key on the ground, it has my name on it. So it must be my room, the key. If I remember correctly. That's right, you have to trade keys. When we switch room, we switch the keys too. So Sayaka would have the key here in my room the entire time. But wait, if that's true, then how did Gator get into the room in the first place? Would Sayaka have forgotten to lock the door? No, that seems impossible. The same goes to you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching? After saying that, there's no way she would have forgotten to lock it or open it for any reason. Maybe she dropped the key somewhere and else grabbed it or something. No, that's possible. That's not possible either. Sayaka was in here when we switched rooms. Maybe that's how scared she was. She wouldn't have gone walking around, so she couldn't have dropped it. So how did the killer? Switching rooms. Yeah. There's that sieve. This is there's like a... okay, we actually... doesn't mean it was used in the attack somehow. And plus this... okay, we actually did that. Huh? There's some scratches on the sieve. They must have been made with something sharp. But how does sieve get scratched up in the first place? Even if someone used the sword during the struggle, it doesn't make sense for the sieves to be damaged. I mean, if you're going to attack someone with a sword, the thing you did with is unsieve it. A heavy unsieve like this should only get in the way. It could just slide off in the middle of the fight. Oh, why are there scratches on the sieve? Replica sword sieve, okay. And actually like talk to Sakuya, for example. Sakuya, do you think I'm guilty too? I try to not make assumptions like that. I simply don't know whether or you did it or not. You did it. Whatever that is, whatever decision the rest of you come up with, I'll follow your lead. I see. What about you, Mondo?
by the way,
You know, I realized something while I was on guard on duty. The killer could have already destroyed some evidence, right? Before anyone found the body. I mean, there's a trash room there in the dorms, right? They could have thrust some stuff in there. Yeah, that's definitely possible.
you son of a bitch.
That dirty bastard.
Shit.
Anyone who raised their hand to a woman is scum that deserves that. That's my brother taught me. That's actually a good point. Do not do that. To even like to anyone. Even if you find that son of a bitch that did it, I'm gonna pound his goddamn face in. But if it was a girl that did it,
Yo.
that will get sorted out when the time comes. Oh, there's actually the freaking trash can, but I cannot point it out. That's those scratches as well. There are scratches and gouges on my walls and beds. Is that evidence of the struggle? It looks like there must be some kind of fight in my room. Damn it, I was right in there on the other room. If only I heard something.
Wait.
That would not been possible. Huh? Don't you remember? All our rooms are completely soundproof. So something could happen in the room right next to you. There is no way you could know.
Well.
Perhaps this was another of Monokuma's strategies, creating an ideal setting up for a murder. Evidence of struggle. There's actually another stuff. Okay, you actually like pointed it out. Like anything else? Yeah, there's that bed. There's like gouges in the bed, like someone attacked it. What the hell happened here? What about Kyoko? Hey Kyoko. I couldn't recall her name while she was investigating the area, but...
What are you doing?
Isn't it obvious?
No, not really.
I'm searching.
Searching?
She was down on her knees carefully inspecting every inch of my room.
Did you lose a contact or something?
I don't know what she is doing exactly, but she seems to be concentrating pretty hard on it. Also, I have a feeling that maybe voices are like too quiet. Maybe like that will be okay. Or maybe like the background music will be like this. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Maybe like this or this. Wish I could, like, you know, put it like in between, but I cannot. Okay. Hey Kyoko. Let's actually check now.
What are you doing?
Isn't it obvious?
Okay, I guess now it's actually fine.
I'm searching.
Okay, we actually did that already. I guess the only thing we can check now is the bathroom. I should look around here first. I can check the other spots later. Huh? Did I actually check that? Wait, cause I checked that. What about this? Looking at the lid roller, it looks like there's way less than there was before. Did Sayaka see how dirty my room and was decided to clean up a little? I mean, those like a surveillance camera. The mastermind must be them to keep an eye out everything that happened here. They don't do anything that's top happening. They just keep on watching. Okay, let me actually check, because I checked literally everything here. Can I actually go? Did I actually check everything? Yeah, there's that. Now I don't want to like point out that's Sakuya or Sakura. That's actually a good question. Okay, let me check. Can I check maybe? Proof bullets. Monokuma file, evidence of the struggle, replica sword thief, switching rooms, toolkit. Is that actually like a report on Sayaka now? I guess no, there's not. Up number pop sensation. The thing I remember about Makoto was most from junior high. When was that crane stuck on our school pond and she didn't get it free? I wanted a chance to talk to him after the Meridius voice. But there's actually nothing over there. Regulations. You find I actually checked. What about this door? I should look around here first. I can check others. I actually did. What the heck? Yeah, I actually checked that thing. Check that thing as well. So like, you know, the struggle over there. Evidence of a struggle. Fight in my room.
Well,
Yeah, okay. I mean, we actually seen that. Let's see over here. That's actually a good question, because I'm actually terrible at the games like that. Tumbling, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow, Tumbling. Welcome, stranger, to my dimension. Hope you're doing well. I'm actually, you know, playing Danganronpa for the first time. I actually tried to play it like 4 or 5 years ago, and I only did like, you know, the first chapter. I'm actually like, you know, trying to understand what's going on. Because I checked the keys entire time. It's like, no, I actually checked that out as well, display. I had the first game and I haven't played it myself. From what I heard, the games are actually like very good, and like the Steam reviews are actually very good as well. Also, give me guys a minute, because for some reason my chair is actually acting up. No, it should be okay. Okay, now we are fine. So I clicked on that, clicked on that, clicked on that. There's also like scratches over here. No, there's that sword, which I actually checked out as well. Maybe I should like talk with them.
away.
You know, I realized something already. There's a trash room here in the dorms, right? Because there was stuff in there. That's
You
definitely.
son of a bitch.
Actually did. Okay, actually definitely check that stuff.
Dead. Yo,
Can I actually like leave the room? I should check the room first of all. Am I actually missing something? There's that notebook. The notebook is still here, but I don't think it's relevant right now. Okay, there's nothing. Okay, that's kind of like a problem for me, because I'm trying to understand. Did I actually check something? Hey, Kyoko.
What are you doing?
Isn't it obvious?
No, not really.
I'm searching.
Searching?
Okay, I'm back. Gotta go. Hope you have fun. Thank you. I'm actually having fun trying to, like, you know, understand what's going on. Take care. Okay. Searching. She was down on her knees, carefully inspecting every inch of my
Did you
room.
lose a contact or something?
I don't know what she's doing exactly, but she seems to be concentrating pretty hard on it. But a few seconds later, she suddenly stood up straight and said,
Listen.
"Are you a clean freak?" No, I don't think so, but what? Nodding, she glanced around my room one more time.
I see.
Interesting. What is interesting?
Hey,
As I expected, there's something very unusual about your room. What's this? Unusual? What do you mean?
so
I searched all from one of the corner to another, and I didn't find one single strand of hair. Really?
indeed.
Not not one hair from the victim, not one hair from you, even though you've been living here. You know that you mentioned it, I noticed something while I was looking around before. It looked like that the lint roll in my room had been used, and I've never touched it. Could someone have it? Could someone have used it too?
I see.
Very interesting. Your room didn't have a single hair in it, but someone used your lint roll without your knowledge. In other words, someone other than you came in, scrambled your room clean. Was it Sayaka or the killer?
Well,
That's the question, isn't it? Makoto's room cleanness. Okay. Is that actually it? Can you actually go in there? The bathroom. And on the other side of this door. Why was it in negative? No, I can't let it get to me. I can't afford to freeze up now. Forcing myself to push my panic down, I step into the bathroom. Looking at her made it both clear it's only a dream or an illusion. She lost everything that made her hair. Sayaka. All at once I was overcome with dizziness, nausea, and the urge to burst into tears. But I can't hesitate now. Why? Why did Sayaka have to die? I have to uncover the truth. I have to find out what happened. I wanted to give up. I wanted to collapse, but that thought held me up and supported me. God damn it. Freaking Sayaka. There's something over there. What's this? I looked past Sayaka to the wall behind her, and there I saw 11037. Hold up. 11037. Did Sayaka do this? I told myself I couldn't face what I saw, but now there's no time to think like that. I put up the monochrome file to verify what is said about her body. Some sort of sharp object had been thrust into her stomach. That must have been the killing blow. But whatever they use to kill her, where will I get it? That's definitely something I should look into later. Also, according to the monochrome file, Sayaka's right wrist was broken. Her wrist does look swollen and bloody, that's for sure. But there's something sort of glittery on her wrist too. Isn't that like glitter from the katana? Looks like. Either with her, okay, there's something glittery. That definitely concerns me. Another thing that concerns me is there's some blood on her left index finger, but that's it. The palms of both of her hands are totally spotless, so how come only left her left finger? Sayaka's wrist. A stab wound in her stomach is what killed her, so when she broke her wrist, that had happened earlier on. I mean, how would her wrist get broken after she already been killed? It's very possible she broke her during the struggle. The killer attacks Sayaka in the main room, which is the when her wrist got broken. After that, the killer cornered her in the bathroom. When they inflicted the deadly wound. Now there's something over there as well. Some sort of sharp object had been first to smoke the killer blow. Actually did that. Okay, I actually checked that before already. I actually did that. I actually checked that out. Okay. Okay. Is that it? Yeah, I guess. The water for the showers get turned off at night time. But for King 11037. When you turn it around. This might be something.
It would seem.
It looks like you found it, right, Makoto? The bloody numbers. That's more like Sayaka's deadly message. I remember saying something written in the blood before. It was really her final message. Like if she wrote it with her life instead of...
Right.
They often talk like an aspiring poet. But the numbers she wrote, what do they mean? 11037. I have no idea what that could possibly mean.
So...
The way she wrote the numbers make me think she wanted to use her body to block them. But if she wrote them in a location where she was sitting in the way we found her, it means she must have wrote them by turning her hand towards the wall. If you were to write something in that position, do you know what the result would be? The result.
Well,
think about it. You're not gonna tell me?
Makoto.
You need to uncover the mystery of this case yourself. Otherwise the case will end and you remain unconvinced. I have no idea what you're trying to say, but it's obvious you're not going to tell me. The dying message. From a point of view, you can actually just like turn around. It's saying Leon. It sounds like Kyoko knows what Sayaka dying message means. But honestly, I have no idea. Oh, I know who I should talk to. When it comes to number, who better to ask than the ultimate programmer?
Makoto.
There's one more thing I wanted to ask you about. Do you know the door to your bathroom got broken? Broken? How do you mean how it gets stuck?
What?
Gets stuck? Yeah, I guess I'm the only one, but the door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. When I first tried to use it, I thought it was just locked. But once you learn the trick, it opens no problem. The bathroom door frame.
Correct.
The door doesn't quite fit the frame, huh? But actually, I'm referring to the broken doorknob. The doorknob?
That's right.
You didn't notice? Just try closing the bathroom door. I'm sure we'll see right away what I'm talking about. I did what Kyoko said and shut the bathroom door. Huh? The doorknob. Now it's actually broken. What the heck? The doorknob practically about to fall off. Why is it like this?
It would seem...
Someone must have used a screwdriver or something similar to unscrew it. Whatever it was obvious this was intentional. What? It was intentional? Why would someone want to do that?
So...
I guess maybe they were trying to get the door unlocked and they ended up breaking the whole thing. But my bathroom doesn't have a lock on it. The only girl's bathroom can lock, right? She stood there for a while, lost in thoughts. And apparently struck with a sudden realization with a question at me.
Just a second.
I have just one more question for you. You mentioned earlier that your bathroom door would get stuck, right? Did you tell anyone about that? Only Sayaka. Well, I did Sayaka about it last night when we switched the rooms. So what you're saying is only you and Sayaka knew about it. Interesting. She had a slightly smirk on her face. I got sense that she was really starting to get into all of this.
I see.
Then that clears that up. What clears that what up? I'm so lost.
Goodbye.
Well, see you later. As if forgetting it, I was even there. She suddenly turned and left the room. The bathroom door. I still don't really understand any of this, but I already given my room a good once over. Maybe I should look around somewhere else. I should start looking into the murder weapon might have come from, and also I should look into this DVD Sayaka got. With Sayaka dead, I have no choice but to see for myself what was in that video. And on top of that, I'm sure there are other areas worth checking out too. Maybe I should check on else thing. If they are even talk to me, that is. I wonder if they actually wanted.
Away.
No, actually, they actually
You son
said
of
this, said the same thing all over and over. Okay.
Yo.
Pretty sure I can just leave now, huh? I guess yeah. Leave the area. Yes. Let's do. Wait, that's. Wait, she actually changed the frame, huh? That's not really my room, but nameplate has Sayaka name on it. Yo, Byakuya, why are there like...
Strange.
So, why was Sayaka in your room when she was killed? Could it be because you are the culprit? No, you got it all wrong. Sayaka and I switched rooms last night. Okay. He didn't even try to hide the suspicion on his face. Even if you what say is absolute truth, you're still responsible for her death, wouldn't you say? Huh? Okay, sorry about that once again. Huh? After all, she wouldn't died if he hadn't switched rooms with you, right? Yeah. The reason Sayaka was killed is because I suggested the secret rooms. Jesus, because of me? Then I should have been me that died? Well, all we can say right now is that is a possibility. That's... If that's really true, then I... Leon.
Seems like
Something doesn't seem right. The Monokuma file said Sayaka was killed in a room. But I can't stop thinking about it. Could it be the nameplate? Yeah, freaking nameplate. That's Sayaka's room, right? But the nameplate has my name on it. The nameplates on my room and Sayaka's room were switched. So all that effort I put into switch my rooms without anyone knowing was totally pointless. Like, why would anyone do that? There are nameplates. Okay, that's good. Actually got some stuff now. Give me guys 1 minute. Okay, I'm back. I'm actually hoping now it's gonna be fine with like any noises and whatever.
Seems like
Actually, could it be the nameplate? No shit. Before me. Very strange. Mr. Anagi, what was Miss Maizona doing in your room? Let me just say this.
Most suspicious.
I absolutely will not allow you to dispose any of the evidence to the trash room. Do you really think I'm guilty? I guess we are going to the trash room at this point. Trash room. Oh, it's still locked, okay. There's a sturdy gate here now, way to get past.
Monokuma appears!
It's the end of the line. The trash room is... This is where all the trash is in the school eventually winds up. How do you get this gate open?
No, no, you can't go any further!
Okay, I'm back. No, no, no. No entry allowed. No entry beyond this point. The only person on cleaning duty is allowed in. Cleaning duty?
No, no, you can't go any further!
No, no, no. No entry beyond this point. The only person on cleaning duty is allowed in. Who is on the cleaning duty?
No, no, you can't go any further!
No, no, no. No entry beyond this point. The only person on cleaning duty is allowed in. This is stupid. I would be faster to just go around and ask the others.
No, no, you can't go any further!
Okay, I'm back, finally. Sorry everybody for waiting a lot, but I didn't have like any other... Actually, you know, maybe not a reason, but other thing to do for that situation. No entry beyond this point. Only the person on clean duty is allowed in. Cleaning duty. What about this trapdoor though? There's a hatch on the floor. Rattle. The door won't budge. It must be locked. No way to get past.
Monokuma appears!
It's end of the line.
No, you can't go any further!
Okay.
No, you can't! No!
Okay.
No, you...
Shut up. The Hifumi actually mentioned something about trash can. Didn't you? I'm looking for whoever on cleaning duty. Cleaning duty? As a matter of fact, that's me. Why do you ask? It just so happens Monokuma talked to me yesterday and asked me to take care of it. Well, someone on cleaning duty, this school would be flooded with trash in no time. So normally I apply for the position. I was gonna start this morning, but after what happened, I haven't had a chance to get started. But since you're on cleaning duty, you can open the gate in front of the trash room?
Here we go!
Of course! It's my job to gather up all the garbage and toss it into the trash room. And to do that, they gave me the key for the trash room gate. But we are supposed to rotate once a week, so eventually will be in charge.
Very strange.
Wait, hold on. You need a key to get it into the trash room. The only person to own cleaning duty has access to the key. What's the point of going to all that trouble? Why not to just leave the trash room open all the time so we can all throw things out whenever we want? That does seem more convenient.
So in other words...
Actually, anyone who kills a fellow student and becomes black and will graduate unless they are discovered.
So that's it.
So give me guys a minute. Okay, sorry for maybe being kinda in a worse mood, but I'm doing fine. That must be why. If anyone could go in and out of the trash room whenever they wanted, then destroying evidence would be easy. The thrill would disappear and things would become boring. Boring?
Hey, listen!
Anyway, more important than that.
Hey, you bastard!
Hey, Fari, why would you want the cleaning duty kit anyway?
Oh,
I decided to volunteer for something I knew no one else would want to do. It was a big deal.
You...
Liar, I know why you did it.
Is it, like...
You wanna dig through the girl's trash, looking for, you know, and poking around at it.
there's no way to
What are you
think
talking
this in a
about?
common sense kind of way.
All my love is for 2D.
You know what I mean.
Oh, there's all kind of trash diggers like that. Maybe you would get tired of 2D and then turn it to...
Completely
I would
unforgivable.
never get tired of 2D. After spending a similar amount of time comparing 2D and 3D, I voluntarily choose 2D. The only thing 3D is good for is to shower love and affection on 2D. Oh, and PVC figures.
Give me a break.
I already knew you not totally empowered to say stuff like that. If you're so worried about Hifumi questionable morality, there's a very easy solution. Whenever a guy has cleaning duties, Sakura can accompany them from picking up the trash to disposing of it. What?
What?
You're as innocent as you claim when there's charm in it. That's not what it's supposed to. Anyway, on another topic, Hifumi, since you're on cleaning duty, I have a favor to ask you. What? So now you suddenly want to join my party? Sorry, but you haven't triggered that flag yet. I mean, you haven't helped me recover from a past trauma or save a village or beat a boss. No, nothing like that. I was hoping to get into the trash room and look around. Oh, okay. So easy. So Hifumi and I headed down to the trash room. Open that gate. So would like me to open the gate, wouldn't you? You know, when I look at it, it makes me think. They said he killed his wife and learned how to get by on the inside. And he never stopped dreaming. Get busy living, get busy dying, he said. So him and Rita, they found themselves a way out. Whatever, please just hurry up. Okie dokie, leave it to me. Hifumi pulled a key out of his pocket and used it to flip the switch next to the gate. And then...
Mr. Naegi!
However, Mr. Naegi,
Without a doubt.
surely you aren't planning to use the trash room to destroy evidence, are you? You fiend, you planned this all along. No! I just wanted to see if there's actually kill had tried to destroy any evidence or not. But the actual killer is you, isn't it? You want to see if you left anything behind. Maybe a parallel world? Whatever, just hurry up and keep looking. There's something. A ball? There are shards of broken glass scattered around in front of the incendiator. Exactly, is used as a big kind of glass ball, just about big enough to fit in the palm of your hand.
Is this
Yeah,
perhaps-
is that... Do you think what this is? They say if you collect 7, a dragon will appear and grant you a single wish. Kidding aside, it's kind of a thing you might see on big city street corner. Gaze into it, and it will show you a glimpse of the future. Just like that Mina girl goes on that quest to find that one guy. Yeah, I guess I get what you're trying to say, but who did this particular ball belong to? There's only one person it could be. It should be... Oh, still be in the gym. I would better go find out for sure. Shattered ball, crystal ball. There's something on the ground in the front of the incendiator. This looks like a burnt piece of something. A burnt piece, like a hunk of burning love. Anyway, this is... It's like a piece of cloth and shape. It's part of sleeve from a bottom-up shirt. And then now that is look at it, that's definitely blood on the cuff, which means this is all that's left of the evidence that the killer destroyed. There's a lot of people with white button-up shirts. This isn't enough by itself to figure out who the killer is. Burnt shirt piece. This is the incinerator. It's the way in the back part of the trash room. It's a good 30 feet from here to the gate. And it's on right now. You see the green and yellow buttons next to the mouth of the incinerator?
Yes, indeed.
It's pretty simple setup. If you press the green button, it's get going, and the yellow button to turn it off. Sooner or later will be cleaning the trees, so make you learn this before you leave. Okay. Someone turned the incinerator on. Very strange. I'm quite certain of it. It was off last time I was down here.
Was it a fairy?
Perhaps it was the photograph of the fairy. Hifumi, do you realize what you just said? The fairy? No, you just... So the last time you were here, the incinerator was off. Yes, about that, there was can be no mistake. If I got one thing going for me, it's my memory.
I feel as if...
Yesterday, as soon as I was appointed, I came back to check the place out. It was definitely wasn't of them. I haven't been back to the trash room since then. And since I'm the only one who has a key to open the gate.
Most suspicious. delicious.
It should be impossible for the incinerator to be on, and yet. So that means someone was able to switch on incinerator without opening the gate. But how is that possible? Incinerator. This whole thing is quite strange indeed. When I was here last, this incinerator was off and those glass shards and burnt clothes weren't.
Completely unforgivable.
What does it all mean, Mr. Nagi? Will you be confessing soon? Why me?
That's it. I'm
Everybody
sure.
already knows who you did it. All the mysteries are being solved one by one. It sounds like he's living out of his comic book fantasies. Can I actually check something stuff? Yes, I can actually check the buttons. The green buttons, it turns on, the yellow button turn it off. Or it seems anyway. Not like anything else. It's a huge trash can. Is that where we're supposed to put whatever trash we can burn? Well, whatever, it doesn't look it's hiding any clues. Oh, coin. That's cool. Can I wait? Let me actually check. How do I? Tap AD. I see. Wait, controls. WSD move. No, that's okay. It's not actually telling me anything. Let's actually leave the area. Yeah, this ball might be Yakushiro's, but who knows?
Seems like
Nah, it was already over there. I actually talked to you.
very strange.
No, I guess. Yeah, I actually checked that one up. Can actually check where everybody is. Yeah, they're here. She's in the main hall. She's in B. They are here, but there's an exclamation mark in Sayaka's room. Oh, there's an exclamation mark in Sayaka's room. Like over here. No, never mind, it's mine. Sorry for that. No, it's mine. Never mind. Hold up, what? There can be only one thing in the trash can. Yup, the DVD with Sayaka name on it. Sayaka got really upset after seeing whatever was in that video. I wonder what this she see. Might not be directly related to the case, but it might be worth checking out anyway. I'm sorry, Sayaka. I need to borrow this DVD. Let me actually check. Sayaka. Now I can get it pressed again. I need to search for clothes. And that, all that here is the Swing Kid and organ map. No useful clothes. Sayaka. I can... Nothing here. Sayaka. Nothing here. So the only thing I actually went here for is for DVD area. Okay, yeah. You know what, let's actually... She actually got stabbed by the knife, so maybe going here. We'll actually, like, you know, give an info. Hina, are you investigating the dining hall? Oh no, I'm just taking a break. Actually, I've been taking a break since we started. This is all a first for me, you know? I don't have the first clue what should I be doing. I know what you mean. And I don't know why, but being the dining hall helps me keep calm. So I know I shouldn't, but I've been kinda hanging around here. To tell the truth, I was doing the same thing last night when Sayaka was killed. Can actually like still talk to you? No, okay, she does not. Also, funny thing, for people who are like, you know, watching now, you can kind of see like, you know, a little similarity to my jacket and to her. She was actually like an idea to have like, you know, jacket like that. Let me actually check. Knife? There was all kind of kitchen knives here, big to small, but this looks like one of them is missing. Was it missing from the very beginning, or I better see if anyone here knows more about it. Kitchen knife set. Not like anything here. Marbled meats, salted meats. Now not the time to be thinking about food. Oh well. Let's actually ask Hina. Maybe she was here. Oh yes, Hina. Hey, so did you notice that one of the kitchen knives is missing from the dining hall?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, weird, huh? I thought it was kind of strange, a knife just suddenly disappearing like that. So it wasn't missing from the beginning?
That's right.
Nope, last I remembered, they were all lined up in this meat row. So when did you notice one of them had disappeared? Well, I went to the I went to go to get some tea from the kitchen last night, and now all knives were still here. When I finished my tea, went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. So you're saying that the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah. In other words, you were right there in the dining hall when someone came and took it. Then you should be able to say for sure. You can tell anyone I didn't come to the dining hall last night, which proves I didn't take it. I always account. Hey, by the way, did you really kill Sayaka? What? Of course not, I would never. Hina, do you really think I murdered her?
I mean...
Well, she was killed in your room, right? So I mean, you guys were supposed to be friends, right? But you still killed her. On the other hand, two people becoming good friends and then kill and then one killing in other is a classic drama setup. When you consider everything together, I honestly have no idea. Do you have like anything else to say? I don't think so. You know, let me actually just go there by myself. Let's actually check the DVD room. We actually got that DVD thing, which is actually, you know, kinda useful. So let me actually refresh my player, because for some reason it's kinda like getting kinda silly. There's nothing inside. I should be able to use this to see what's on the DVD. The DVD that's like I threw in the garbage. I sat down in front of the screen and put the DVD in the player. I push play and the screen will start for a few seconds, but then... An image slowly appeared. It looked like some kind of concert. And standing on stage, front and center, was a face I recognized all too well. Sayaka. She was there, along with her friends. She said had been so important to her. She was positively glowing there in the front of the crowds, so full of life. Seeing that image made me even harder to accept that she was dead. My vision started to blur and darken, and then that voice I would come to despise so much began to float out of the speakers.
Sayaka Maizono, the ultimate pop sensation, lead singer for a world-famous all-girl pop band. For these girls, the glowing spotlight only made them that much more beautiful. But then...
Suddenly the screen went black. And in the next moment, I saw something I could hardly believe. What the? Sayaka had disappeared from the stage, which was now in ruins. But what I noticed even more than that was the figures of the other girls who had all simply collapsed.
This ultra-successful team suddenly fell apart. None of them will ever perform on stage again. None of them will ever feel the warmth of the spotlight. For Sayaka, there's simply nowhere for her to return to.
What the heck, Monokuma?
So here's the billion-dollar question. What, oh what, could have caused the group to go to pieces?
Look for the answer after graduation. God warning, the video cuts off. What the hell? That wasn't real, right? They're a super famous pop group, everyone knows who they are. Is he trying to say he was even able to get to them? If that really did happen, everyone in the outside must be going crazy. What kind of person would take things this far? Yeah, I guess this actually kinda popped up. Like, fucked up. Let me actually go to the store. Because we have like a coin we can do. Like some gacha. Mono machine. Give it a shot. How much coins do we have? 1. I wonder what we're getting. No, we actually got a repeat, okay. Okay. Is it the repeat again? 100%? Yeah, okay. Okay. I should probably get going. Okay. Did I actually talk to you?
Listen to me.
Do you have a second Magaro? I can uncover something most unusual. The dormitory one don't have some name plate on it. To name. God damn it! Stop stuttering. To show whose room it is, right?
Hear me?
So it just so happens. Wait, no. You might be the killer yourself. I can tell you anything.
Got it.
Forget everything what I just forget beam. Sorry, just a little joke. Even I do jokes sometimes. Hahaha. Okay. She's in the main hall. Actually, check the AV room. She's in the 1B. What is she doing in the class? What are you doing here? Over here. What are you doing, Taco? To kill someone just to save your own life. And I've been living with someone like that? I think I might vomit. But is what Monokuma said really true? If none of us really killed Sayaka, the mastermind really was gonna get involved. They would have just killed us on day 1. That's a good point. By the way, how's your investigation going? I already told you I don't do blood, so I don't plan on doing any investigating. Besides, I really know who did it.
This is very
After all, where was Sayaka killed? In your room, right? Where more proof do we need? You already know the truth. She doesn't trust me at all. Oh well. So we actually have like a few people which think I'm the killer. But I can actually here. Do I actually still have that freaking piece of paper over here? The little pamphlet is still lying there. Isn't there anything that might help solve this case? There's nothing here. Is there? Yeah, there's nothing. There's a clock telling me what time it is, but I can see outside, so I have no idea if it's even right. Speaking of which, I wonder if there's time on our investigation. That's a good question. Leave the area. let's actually do this. Let's check. I talked to them. I talked to her. Ah, she's in the main gate. The main gate is over here. Let's go. Celeste, what are you doing here? So, do you have any clues or anything? What kind of clues? Let's just agree we do not know who the culprit is and leave it at that. Or secrets I may have. I don't intend on revealing anything until the crossfire. Okay, then do you have any suggestions for where I should start looking?
Well,
Ah, so annoying. You must fumble around fishing blindly for clues? Huh. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to give you a little hint. The scene of the crime, naturally, but I think in the trash room is also worth looking into. The trash room. The perfect place to destroy evidence. However, there is one little problem, which is...
as for me...
that place is filthy. I would rather died than set foot in there. I'm truly trusting all of you to conduct a thorough investigation on my behalf. That's... okay, so she didn't actually give me anything, which I actually checked out before. I checked that thing over here. I checked that as well. I talked to Byakuya, Leon Kowara. I talked to them. Okay, I guess the only thing we actually have is, I guess, over here. Can I actually check it out again? Oh, there's nothing. Okay, I guess we are going to the gym. Yeah, Yasuhiro. Hey, Hiro, can I ask you something? No. I gotta get out of here. Gotta now. I've had enough. Gotta break free. Hiro, snap out of it. Oh, Makoto, what are you doing here? What? Doesn't this look familiar? Ah! That's my crystal ball! But it's all smashed. What the hell?
What the heck?
I only bought it because the guy said it was blessed. He said it was unbreakable. So how did it break?
What?
Was it actually made out of glass and no crystal? Did that guy just totally dupe me? He said it belonged to the pillars of history. Genghis Khan, George Washington, Napoleon. He said whoever controlled that crystal ball controlled the world. Was that seriously all BS? Let's put that aside for now. So you can say without a doubt that this belonged to you. Yeah, that's mine for sure. I totally forgot it in the laundry room last night. Someone must come by and snatch it. You left it in the laundry room. That means anyone could find it and taken it. Shattered crystal ball. Okay. Thanks, Hiro. That's what I wanted to know. Sure. And by the way, I'm almost afraid to ask, but how much did you pay for that thing? Everything I saved up from the fortune telling for 2 full years came out to be $1 million. Million? That's pretty cheap, actually. I mean, considering it gives you power to control the world. That's just too stupid. I can even feel bad for him. He just got scammed. What? Monokuma.
I'm getting tired of waiting. What say we just get started,
Not yet.
Time for the long-awaited class trial! Now then, allow me to appoint a proper location for the proceedings. Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon!
I'm not ready! The red door on the first floor. That's where I should go. No. Where I have to go. So I guess Is anyone over there, actually? Yeah, I guess everybody is over there. Well, shit. Okay. You're late, Makoto. We have been waiting for you. I bet you were afraid to would be discovered at the murder you are.
Listen to me.
Let's not jump to the conclusion just yet. Save that for the class trial. There we can all reveal the details of Makoto's crime. So they are really convinced I did it, but I didn't do it. Me and Sayaka both know that all too well. But then, who is the killer? The one who murdered Sayaka is really one of us? Is it really one of us? So let me do one more thing.
Is everyone here? Okay then. Please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom, where all your fates will be decided.
Well then.
I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
Well, crap. Now I can actually talk with everybody, I guess. Kyoko. Let's get started. I can't help but wonder whatever Sayaka is feeling right now.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, in the end I wasn't able to do any looking around or anything. It's really how Sayaka would ask to find out who killed her. Celeste. Well, did you find anything that might actually prove your innocence? Toko. Being so insistent even though you obviously killed her, very impressive.
You know what I mean.
Well, I did my job. I'm counting on you, on the rest of you from here on out. So the school basement has become the darkened stage. You're here to bear the witness to Mr. Anagi curtain call. Well then, the time has finally come. Are you ready?
Hey.
There's no point in standing around here. Settle your resolve and step into the future.
Impossible.
Damn, we really gotta go through this class trial thing, huh?
You know?
If you're not confessed, I guess now is the time to do it. I'm telling you, I didn't do it. Mondo.
What?
So whoever stuck us here even took the time to set up the goddamn courtroom, huh? I guess we're gonna go to the freaking elevator then. I guess I have no choice but to get on this elevator.
Well then.
Let's begin.
Yes.
Good idea. Ah, I guess I got another bot which was immediately banned.
Hey,
Are you scared? No, not scared isn't quite right.
Makoto.
I said it before, it's up to you to uncover the mystery surrounding this case yourself. But if you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth. I need to uncover the truth of Sayaka's death. I don't need someone else to tell me to do that. In Sayaka's honor. I swear I find out who the real killer is. As I raise my voice to try and give myself of courage, I turn around trembling in anticipation towards the elevator. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. Everyone was already on the elevator when I finally stepped on. The doors closed and the elevator started to move. The steel boss descended with a heavy clunking sound towards the school's basement. I wonder if this how our death row inmate feels when his time finally comes.
Oh,
Rather than that, is it not more like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment? Oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of the school. You finally arrived! What do you think? Doesn't it feel just like a real courtroom? Hey Exonia, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. It's like a Hollywood movie set, right? Not even close. It's total shit.
well
trial now.
Okay. Everyone find your assigned seats and sit down. Hurry up now, hurry up. We did what he said and found our seats. The seats were arranged in a giant circle. It was set up to that everyone could see everyone else. Which also meant it would be easy for anyone to transfer their attention and ease onto anyone else. The air seemed to grow up heavy as we sat there. And so the curtain of our case opened. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, and deadly faith. A deadly cross trial. Do you really want to save the data? I guess, yeah. Set skills. Melodious voice. Increases damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed. Effective during the bullet time battle. But costs 3 SP. I guess the only thing we have is over here. Open the handbook. Okay, we have one for, yeah, like the stuff. You have like 18 bullets. Evidence of a struggle, replica sword thief, switching rooms, toolkit, Makaro dorm's cleanness, Sayaka's wrist, dying message, bathroom door frame, bathroom knob, dorm nameplates, kitchen knife sets, Aoi's account, trash duty, incendiator, burnt shirt piece, shattered crystal ball. With obviously like the stuff. Let me actually even like save over here, save. I guess finish preparations. Class trial, all rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
And this is like apparently the main, like, you know, the main game.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course.
At least I don't have to say, like, you know, to say that.
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
That's not gonna happen.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick?
Also, I have a question. Is the voice okay?
What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier. Friendship penetrates?
Okay, but what about that other empty seat?
Oh, that's a good question.
There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Yeah.
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people. Okay. What about does it for the preamble? Get ready to get started. First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
Why am I freaking heart beating faster? It's about to begin the debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. Because this isn't just about me. Everyone lives are on the line. Your first non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely. As things progress during each class trial, you have engaged in a number of non-stop debates. During this discussion, characters will speak one after another without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradiction buried within their statements. What this means is that you will have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Any relevant truth bullets you found during your investigation will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use mouse to aim and then fire it with the left mouse button. Pay close attention to each character statement and use your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. If you press escape key during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. Well crap. Okay. Make your argument. Evidence of a struggle. That's it?
I assert that the one who was...
Wait, hold up. Controls. Silencer. Right mouse button. For your argument. Handbook, okay. Fire truth bullet flashback. Select truth bullet mouse wheel. Concentrate space key. Okay, but the first thing if someone want to... I cannot, okay.
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
Mm-hmm.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
Something off about what just said. Because if Sayaka hadn't resisted at all, there's no explanation for what happened to my room. For this first debate, I would like to take up for the sidebar. If you're unable to spot and refute someone's lies or contradiction, the argument will repeat. Within a group of statements, with some words will appear in a different color. Did you happen to notice? Yeah. That represents a potential hole in the person's statement, a possible weak spot. These weak spots are really important, though not always an accurate section of a person's statements. Also, the music is actually like... Your truth bullets are only effective against these weak spots. So when you see one come up, take an aim and fire, but only if you are sure it's actually wrong. Also, you can fast forward with an argument by holding the down control key. Well then, good luck and have fun.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom.
I guess...
She didn't even have a chance to resist.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah, that is wrong. Break, okay.
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked.
Yeah, that sucks.
The way things had been damaged. I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
Yeah, there's literally stuff being broken.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So that song is actually also nice.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom? She
Nope.
must have been attacked in the main room first. Then she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Sorry.
Don't say sorry.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
A knife.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
We need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka. Make your argument, okay. Kitchen knife set. Only one bullet again.
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him.
Kitchen knife
How
set.
could anyone do something like that? That son of a bitch!
Because the object was thrust into Sayaka's stomach. There's internally the knife that is disappeared from a certain location.
So what was used to kill her?
Okay.
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong. Break.
No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
Yep.
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Yeah, suppose.
Yeah.
Like
I guess
100%.
that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach. And if you look real close,
Yeah.
I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we've presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Thank you, Kyoko.
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You
Yes.
really believe that?
100%. She's right. There's gonna be a breakthrough somewhere, just waiting for us to find it. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely. When you concentrate by holding down the space key, while concentrating, the time will go down so you can pay closer attention to what everyone's saying. On top of that, it illustrates your aim, making it easier to target potential weak spots. Concentrating like that, this consumes a focus gauge. And if this gauge empty, you can concentrate. But the focus gauge will recover over time, so let your brain take a rest, no need to rush. Well then, good luck, have fun. Okay. How is the count? Still one bullet.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon.
Okay, I guess.
Where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right?
No, this is not true.
He did it in secret when nobody was in the dining hall. And then he went and stabbed Sayaka with it.
No.
So he really did do it.
Yes, and it's been decided. We've reached the end.
No. Some way to prove it, I didn't take that knife. The person who was in the dining hall last night should be able to do it.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Makoto must
I
have
can like
taken
press
it from the
spice and
kitchen, right?
control.
He did it in secret.
No.
When nobody...
That's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
That is wrong. Break.
Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
I'm not the killer.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Well, I went to get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. When I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. You're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall. But I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together and lying to protect each other?
Idiot swimmer girl?
Wow, okay.
Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
Kinda.
But what if they did work together and they just didn't know about the rule?
Ugh, good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case!
Thank you, Monokuma.
Oops! Did I say that out loud?
Yes, you did.
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall.
Let me actually
and I didn't take the knife.
Let me actually take a sip of my cola.
So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife?
Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall. No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that? I can.
Oh.
That's right! Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
That's cool.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Right. But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Maybe. But who knows?
Actually, no. Because, well...
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over. Which means we have airtight alibis.
That's good.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations? We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room, so I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's unwholesome!
But I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
Freaking Kiyotaka.
If it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Oh wait, I actually think I know who I'm gonna contact, because they are possibly interested. Okay, let me actually also fix my chat because actually it went down for a moment. Okay, whatever was in event audio, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true! One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Well, because they're not here anymore.
Someone's not here? What are you talking about?
Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
Sayaka? Okay, so the person who took the knife from the kitchen was Sayaka.
I got it! Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That's the only possibility.
But why would she do that? We already, like, you know, took the freaking self-defense weapon, which was the katana.
And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
Then the person who took the knife was the victim herself.
I'm sure I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
Byakuya.
See? He did do it after all.
I did not.
No, you're wrong.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction? You possess a most terrifying talent.
Damn. If I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's gonna die.
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer. Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there.
Something was missing from the scene of the crime. By all...
You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Your first Hangman Gambit is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Yeah. I think advance further in the class travel. The Hangman Gambit will eventually take the pace. The point of this is to reveal an important phrase related to the incident in the question. You have to deduct the phrase from the letters flying around and letters already known. Complete the phase by shooting down the flying letters in the right order. Use mouse aim and left mouse button to shoot desired letters. If you just shoot down the you will suffer damage in your influence gauge. This gauge every 3 says 0, and if you run out of time, you will fail. Something that should have been at the scene but wasn't. What was it? Hair.
Now I understand.
Oh yeah, freaking Kyoko was actually mentioning about hair.
That's right. There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yeah.
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Yes, very true, very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The freaking...
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
They actually, like, you know, used that role, obviously.
Then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then, Makoto isn't the culprit?
Yep.
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
Yes.
No. There are other
Let me
reasons
not.
that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene?
Yes. The numbers.
Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled
The
into
numbers.
the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
The doorknob was broken.
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
Yes, I do. And that evidence proves it. The object that killer broke. The bathroom doorknob. There's no doubt this fact is an important one. But what we I see, don't you remember what got broken? Got broken in my room. Okay, so it was actually the doorknob, but it's like the different one. This one.
I got it!
This one.
Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
My doorknob.
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Kyoko said it was a bewildering act. I almost didn't notice it at first, but is that what the key point here? There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear some? Yes. From here on out, the number of weak spots will start going up. But no matter how weak spot, there essentially only one lie or contradiction in that debate. What I'm trying to say is, all not weak spots you see are necessarily false. Use trust spots on the wrong one and only not will fail to refute what they said. But they also lower your trust with everyone. Your influence gauge will take damage. Now this is important because if your influence gauge reaches 0, you fail. You have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or contradictions. Well then, good luck and fun. Ah shit. So I guess we're gonna have more bullets now. No, it's still one. Bathroom door frame. There's actually
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main.
Jeez. Okay. For a moment, my Funko Pop actually fell on my shelf. Yeah.
She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
They didn't.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
And finally, the culprit had Sayaka cornered.
And to finish the job, they stabbed her with the kitchen knife.
It was you, wasn't it, Makoto? Admit it. We already know the answer.
It's not because the door was locked. No, there was a different reason entirely.
The incident took place in Makoto's.
Let me actually skip it.
Then the killer ran, and they got into the back.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
No, that's bullshit.
No, that's wrong.
That is wrong. That is wrong.
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door, that's not lucky at all.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place?
Wait, the ads are playing, for God's sake.
Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
The killer was convinced that the bathroom door was locked, so they didn't know that the door was actually couldn't be locked. In other words, the important detail about the scene of the crime they didn't know was the crime of the scene that they didn't know.
I got it!
It actually happened in my room.
The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable.
Yeah, that's unconceivable.
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms, which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then...
The bathroom would be locked.
Then there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
Ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That is a definite possibility.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms? Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
Yep. That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Okay, then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well then, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules.
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Oh, you...
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
Nope.
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then, maybe someone picked the lock?
Or maybe Sayaka actually opened the door.
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place. Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
Because she had needs to do something to accurate reveal how frightened she was. And the answer is right there. The nurse no answer because... Wait, let's summon in. No, wait. Wait, I cannot even check, What about this? Oh, that's just your evidence? I mean, maybe not. It's a negative assessment here. Ah, shit, I actually lost the health. She asked me to do something in particular because... self-defense. Evidence of struggle. Dying message. What about this? What about this? No, that's not.
Shoot.
Let's try again. Because she asked me to do something in particular because of how frightened she was. What did I do to Sayaka? I know we switched keys. I got her a self-defense weapon, but she didn't use it, I guess. Switching rooms?
I got it!
Nice.
Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
Same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching?
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
What?
Huh? Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
There's something I want to talk about. Just see us two in 5 minutes. Come see me in my room, okay? Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appeared.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
I checked that as well. There was nothing.
Huh? Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No.
No, I didn't. But
of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Then that note. Sayaka wrote it?
But why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
But can we be sure anyone
Bruh.
even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened. Huh? What makes you say that? Would you like to hear what I have to say?
What is it? You didn't actually tell me anything. You only said that you will uncover the stuff you found during that crossfire, which is now.
Very well then. Pay attention.
What is it? Make your argument. Dorm nameplates. Only one bullet again.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Yeah.
But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
Dorm plates.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room. Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in. So in other words, even if someone did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
It certainly would seem that way.
The killer went to my room instead of Sayaka's, and the reason for that is it has to be be because of my what got switched between my and Sayaka's room.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Yes.
But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in.
That's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
That's wrong.
The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves.
I actually remember that when I tried, like when I was doing that first trial, I was shooting you randomly, but I didn't like actually pay attention. Now I'm like, you know, listening to that like focus is making like, you know, sense.
As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Yes.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, then who did it?
The only one person who could have switched the nameplates. The only one person who knew we had switched room. Sayaka.
I got it!
One
Me
is-
and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
There's something I would talk to you about, just us two. In 5 minutes, come to see my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
Why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably
The struggle and...
whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes?
Hmm?
Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
Because she had the glitter on her wrist. The reason Sayaka's wrist was broken. There are no LGBT characters until Danganronpa 2. Maybe Sakura and Hina could be like a combination, but who knows. Also, hello, Yami. How are you doing? Would it break fake sword? Because when you look at her wrist, there's no doubt. There's the glittery on the injury location. There's glitter.
All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty
Wrist.
clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword, right there on her wrist!
I see, I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
Alright, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
What happened in my room? And what led to Sayaka's death? That's what we need to make clear. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely. Are you getting used to these non-stop debates? Starting with the next debate, I will start loading multiple proof bullets into your proof cylinder. Oh god, okay. But just like with the weak spot, the only one of those bullets can actually refute the proper statements. The other words from here on out, you'll have to combine the right proof bullets with the right weak spot to refute each statement. If you come out with the wrong combination, you will take damage to your influence gauge. Press Q key to rotate the cylinder and press switch bullet to fire. Press and release Q key. Okay. You can also use mouse wheel. I guess I'm gonna actually use mouse wheel. By the way, if the logic difficulty is set to kind, fewer bullets I will be loaded into the cylinder. For our purposes, this time logic difficulty will be set to mean. Oh god. So we're actually playing on hard difficulty now. Make your argument. Replica sword thief, kitchen knife set, replica sword.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist.
So, she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away. But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
That's exactly what happened.
No, that's actually something. If the person with the sword really did attack first, there's no explanation of how a certain part of the sword got damaged. Yeah, replica sword thief.
The culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
Is it that? Yeah, it is. Nice.
No, that's wrong.
That's wrong.
Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Huh? Why not?
Because the sword sheath had been scratched. See? There's
Yeah,
a
that she
gash
had
in it,
scratched.
like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife?
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
Maria, hope you're doing well, Yami.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
Yeah. So.
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
Did Sayaka attack first?
I think I get it! So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself. But then the culprit took that from her too.
Sayaka's wrist was freaking broken.
Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
Breast. The part of the body that shows she never used her sword. If you know the sword, her broken wrist.
Shoot!
No, wait. It's not. No, hold up. That shows she never used the sword. Wait, her palms. Which part of your body with arch? Yeah, like the palms, not the
You're
wrist.
talking about her palms, right?
It was actually she was having blood on her paws as well.
The palms of her hands were perfectly clean.
No,
So
I
don't
see.
think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
That's kind of a stupid argument.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
No,
No, that's not it at all.
there's no way Sayaka was her. The water was turned off. The water was off.
I got it!
The water was off.
According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower here yet.
Oh my.
You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
What the fuck?
Insult, obviously.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
Sayaka.
I got it!
It was Sayaka.
Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
But we already said that the attack started with...
With the knife.
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka.
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own.
What?
She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
It is.
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of hoping, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true! Because...
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument. You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it.
It wasn't me!
Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Is it really over? Obviously I committed to finding out who killed her, but what can I do? I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing left. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Dying message. Yeah, the numbers.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
There is. There's one. I guess the last
Very
one.
well. Then let's review all the clues we've found up to this point one more time.
Do we really have time for all that?
Die! Die! If we don't do something, we're all gonna die!
There's still one clue left, I'm sure of it. Sayaka left it on the wall when she was leaning up against.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
There's one more. There's one more.
There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining? Wait, what did you say?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037. Written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
There's no question that Sayaka wrote the message, I can prove it. Left index finger. It was having the blood.
I got it!
It was having the blood.
Her left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean? 11037?
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
Huh? What? What?
No, it's just... look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1-1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Well, I can actually see that. There's like also a slash between them. I see it now.
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1-1, but looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Whoa, you might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
But even if that really is an N, N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
It does. Turn it around. Upside down. Damn it, it's no use. I just don't know.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Huh? Rotate it. I think I'm maybe I see something.
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it.
So, whose name did she write?
Sayaka dubbing message reveals the real killer name. If you turn her message 180 degrees, it should become crystal clear. Select someone. Leon Kuara.
Here's my answer. The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 100
There's freaking N, and there's also like 4 letters. Leon.
If you turn the message around, it becomes
Leon.
the letters L-E-O-N. L-E-O-N. Or more accurately, Leon.
Leon.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence. It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
I don't think so, buddy.
No, it's not random at all. She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me. I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
The jacket. The evidence that Leon tried to get rid of. That thing I found on the ground in the incinerator, right? Burnt shirt piece. Apparently part of a shirt cuff.
I got it! You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killers stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
Leon.
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think so.
A burnt remains of the bottom up shirt which killer wasn't able to get rid of. There's something about we need to pay up attention. When? No, where was the spot? How was it disposed of, I guess?
I got it!
Yeah.
If you look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You'd need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Interesting.
No, that's wrong. Another way to use the incinerator without being the one on cleaning duty. That's exactly what proves that Leon is a real killer. Make your argument. Shatter crystal ball.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
No.
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to destroy the evidence. Which means the only possible suspect is whoever had the trash room key.
Okay, so the person who would have had the trash room key was... Huh? Me? No!
There's absolutely was a way to use incinerator without using the trash room key. The killer was able to turn this incinerator on by using something I found on the ground nearby.
The key to the trash room. whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to
No, that's wrong.
Shut up, Leon. That's wrong.
Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but,
But how would you use it?
The killer had to use the glass ball into a certain wedge, which was throw it.
I got it!
Throw
The
it.
killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Someone through a gap in the gate?
Remember what you said before, Hifumi?
Someone turned the incinerator on. Very strange. I'm quite disappointed it was off last time I was down here. Perhaps it was the work of a fairy.
Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they got the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the
Yep.
killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that?
Yep.
That's right. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
There's a baseball player.
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is...
It wouldn't. Ultimate baseball star. It wouldn't be possible being much of a challenge at all for the killer because ultimate baseball star.
I got it! Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
You have any idea who you're messing with?
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
You can't be serious. I'm not the killer! These goddamn shipper brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you!
You still won't admit it? Okay then, Makoto. Go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear. And with that, we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this?
Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered. And the truth has been revealed. Now here's what happened.
Closing argument is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely. Every case has a last element to bring the class trial to an end. This is the closing argument. In this phase, you will give a complete summary of the case. You will have to reproduce the flow of events for the case in the form of comic book. However, you'll notice in that comic there are numbers of pieces missing. It's up to you to complete the comic using the provided truth panels. Also, if you take an aim on a missing section and press a left mouse button, holy cow, you get a hint that might lead to a breakthrough. Well then, good luck and have fun. I guess we are making a freaking comic, huh? It's like... No, hold up. First... Guy actually went here. Wanted to talk to Sayaka. No, hold up. So this way, let me actually like, check. So the guy actually has, I think, here. Found here. Yeah, like found this. No. Hold on, this is actually kind of hard. So. They entered here, they went here, asked Sayaka. And I guess it was actually like that. Before she actually went here. She got hit by a knife, Sayaka dropped the knife. Sayaka tried to run away to this. Use the screwdriver. And she got stabbed. And I guess she actually wrote the text to kill her. He took the thing, or because it's like going from the left side, like from right to left, just like in mangas. So I guess so. This has to be this over here. This should be over here. No, this thing is kinda missing out. She got hit, she got stabbed, she bled out. It's actually starting like cleaning that. They took the ball, threw it, they launched the incinerator, and they threw it as well, and I guess that was the piece.
The killer is you. I think I'd better take one
Got
more
it.
look
Nice.
back at the case from the beginning. Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room. From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them. She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier. But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist.
Ouch. No, I didn't lay out my reasoning right. I need to rearrange the events of the case. So the knife is wait, this thing is wrong. So I guess last thing is this. This has to be it.
Exactly what happened. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist. And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife. Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom. The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily, and there was a trick to opening it. Sayaka knew about that because I told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing.
Hey, I screwed it.
So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife,
They stabbed them.
and stabbed Sayaka. But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence. First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood.
They started rolling stuff.
Then they took the lint roller
Yeah,
in
lint
their room
roller.
and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there.
Went to the incendiary room.
Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt.
Just give me a second.
They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there, but the trash room was
Huh.
blocked off by an
Actually, it has
especially
like
sturdy
some weird noise in the
preventing
background.
access to the incinerator. So they came up with a plan to use Hero's crystal ball, which he left in the laundry room. The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw. But the killer had the confidence to take a shot. And that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star.
Easy.
The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life.
Yep. Just yeet.
Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But there was one thing they missed.
It fell off.
Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator. The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence.
Yep. Leon.
Isn't that right, Leon?
Complete. Oh, okay, so we actually finished that.
It would appear that Hero simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt, and that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
There's no way for him to defend.
Do I object? Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object! I object! I object! I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories! You need evidence! Where's the evidence?
We just show you a freaking evidence, you stupid idiot.
Without evidence, it's all bullshit! It's bullshit and I refuse to acknowledge it!
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence.
Wait, I do? I have the evidence? Your first bullet time is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes during the class trial, opponents simply won't want to hear what you have to say. When this happens, you arrange them with head-to-head battle. Like we like to refer to this as a bullet time battle, aka the BTB, by the way. During the BTB, you want to destroy your opponent's statement in the time of the rhythm. Match your button press with the tempo maker as they move across the screen and reach the center. Button presses? Right mouse button to lock on and the statement. Just right let's say I see, okay. If you can't pull it off, you'll be one in pain. So like right, left, right, left, right, left. Does I actually understand? On the flip side, you keep missing, you'll get a tempo down situation. When the tempo changes, does it the timing for hitting each button. So you're actually playing a freaking rhythm game, so watch hard for that. Deal enough damage to your opponent and their weak spot statement will appear. That point can press the smart button and to shoot it down with a truth bullet like another statement. Refute their statement fast enough and you will come out victorious. But just like before, if you You'll fail, okay. Well then, good luck, fun.
When the killer removed the screws from the doorknob, they didn't use anything from your room to do it. Instead, they must have used something that belonged to them.
The toolkit. They used something of their own to remove the screws. Could it have been?
I refuse to acknowledge you. You're stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Stupid, 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 stupid.
I have to show indisputable evidence that Leon is the killer. I need to figure it out. It's a toolkit. I guess we are actually moment of truth.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me.
I guess.
Stupid. You lie. Stop talking.
I guess this is like something like that.
Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance.
I guess something like that, huh?
You lie. Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me?
My game froze for a moment.
It wasn't me.
The final strike. Toolkit.
Proof.
This should prove it.
Get hit. Break. Nice.
The screws on the bathroom doorknob were removed. I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove them.
That's the toolkit.
I mean, it had to be a screwdriver, right?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
And that must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
But Sayaka has the different stuff.
Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
Stupid.
It had to be their very own toolkit.
Stupid, 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 stupid!
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
Huh? And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Stupid. Stupid.
So, you have no rebuttal?
Then it would seem we are finished here.
We are. Which is interesting. You're the one stupid, Leon. A. $99 points. Ooh. 80 medals.
Looks like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our votes? You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection.
18 medals for like 999 points.
Just to remind
That's
you
insane.
all, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right? Okay, then let's get excited! Who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice? Or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
What's it gonna be? I actually have to pick again. A Monokuma vote. Leon Kuwara. Uh-oh, looks like you got it right on the money. The Blackened, in this case, the one that killed Sayaka, was one on none on the other than Leon Kuwara.
Huh? Hey, hold on.
Hold on a second. Leon. Leon, did you really kill Sayaka?
But...
I don't believe it.
You son of a bitch!
Son of a bitch. What the hell is wrong with you?
I didn't have a choice.
It was kill or be killed.
So that's why...
I killed her first.
None of you are any different!
One wrong step and you'll be the one standing here. There's complete chance I will be wound up like this.
I was just...
I was just...
unlucky.
That's all.
Hey, come on!
You expect me to just accept my death? Everything could become clear. The decision we made was right after all. But when I think about that, honestly I would be better off if we been wrong. Because if we came up with the really is the truth. When that truth is that Sayaka was trying to frame me. But even if that's true, I can't really say she was wrong. After all, the mastermind. It's all because of that video. I couldn't handle what I saw in there. If I was her and the video actually had something to do with me, I can't even imagine. Now we are trapped here with no way out. They're probably waiting for me. Why? I can't afford to be stuck in here. The one thing that was more important to her than anything else, her dreams, her friends. You have to see something like that to happen to them and Sayaka. I did whatever it took to reach that dream. I mean, even something that I weren't so pleasant. Even that's why Sayaka, for the friends, she meant so much to her. That's why she betrayed me. So when she said,
No matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
she was lying to me from the very beginning. She was using me. Is that why she talked to me in the first place? I guess I will never know. Because there's nothing to do, I can to ask her what she was thinking. Once you're dead, that's that. Oi, howdy, the entertainment industry must be sure terrifying, huh? I mean, try to kill someone just because of those relationships. She seems so nice and lovely on the outside, but inside she's descended into pure madness. What did you say? I understand, I really do. Yep. You're in utter despair thanks to Sayaka's betrayal, right? Compassion, intimacy, love. The stronger those feelings, the stronger the despair when they collapse. Stop screwing with us! This is all your fault! Sayaka being forced to do something like that. All of it. Everything. It's all your fault! Suddenly with a frenzy I lunged at Monokuma. But...
That's enough.
as angry as I was, Kyoko latched onto my arm without hesitation. Her grip was like an iron. Strong enough, I was sure it would leave a bruise.
Calm down.
If you really want to make her enemies pay for what they done, you need to let it go for now. Damn it! Ah, that was a close one. I thought you sure were gonna give me a good walloping. Just barely avoid punishment, you did.
Yes, indeed.
Now then, since you magnificently revealed the identity of the killer during the class trial, the blackened Leo Kumata will receive his punishment.
Punishment? You mean execution? Wait a second!
I didn't have a choice. I had to kill her.
Yeah, that's it.
I was protecting myself in the heat of the moment. It was self-defense.
Is that okay?
How exactly was it self-defense? When you forced your way into the bathroom, or did you not use your own toolkit? After she shot herself in the bathroom, you went out of your way to head back to your own room. When you came all the way back, broke into the bathroom and killed her, am I wrong?
Do you understand?
You had any numbers of chances to stop what you were doing, but you chose not to. Is it not because you had an unclouded intent to commit murder?
So...
No, that's not. Stop it. I had enough of this.
Oh.
Oh, are you sure? You were closer to her than anyone, were you not? You killed your precious Sayaka, do you understand? I can't say Leo is solely to blame. Of course, I didn't play on blaming Sayaka either, because the one to blame is him. What? If it weren't for you, this would never happen to Sayaka or Leon. You shouldn't be fighting each other. You should be fighting the one who put us in this situation, the mastermind. Uh-oh, did you awaken your sense of justice?
Hey,
Well, it just so happens that there's nothing more unethical than an unwavering sense of justice. After all, it's people with that sort of mentality and perpetuate war all over the world. Is that the kind of justice that awakened with you? Just shut up! Okay, well, anyway, more importantly, let's hurry up and get to everyone we've been waiting for, the punishment.
I'm begging you, please, don't do this.
No more begging, no more excuses. You must pay a penalty for breaking the rules. Society demands it.
Stop, please.
now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
For Leo Kuwata, the ultimate baseball star.
No, 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 no.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
No!
It's punishment time! Leon has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. I actually love like animations like that. Screw you, Leon! Die horrible pain! In use. Oh. Oh. Okay. The 1000 blow. Ouch. That is actually a freaking punishment. Oh. And freaking... Yeah. That had to be painful way. Let me make a screenshot of that. What we saw. That was the true face of despair. I mean, if you can call it that, what else could we call it?
Extreme!
Woohoo! Extreme! Man, my adrenaline is spouting right out of control. What's going on? I can't take this.
Take it.
I can't take this anymore. Do we really have to keep doing this? I just can't take it. Well, hey, if you don't like it, all you gotta do is swear to cut all ties with the outside world and just accept living here forever. But that's the only... If every single one of you can get on board with that.
Damn you!
Man, fuck you. Why the fuck are you doing all this evil shit to us?
What the heck?
Evil? You make it sound like I'm so dark, awful, secret society type of guy.
Say Wait, what?
Or in this case, a dark, awful society type of bear.
Well...
So I'm putting an upstanding young citizen like me through such an grueling ordeal.
Hey,
It seems like you're trying to use common sense to make sense of something that doesn't make sense. It's like trying to put a mile on a scale. Just don't think it's possible. Hey, I don't think what you're saying and what I'm saying quite fit together. You piece of shit. I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna pound your ass into the ground. You must really hate me to get so angry, huh? But if you do that, you're barking way up the wrong tree. But what happened because more than one of you decided to wanted to get out, right? No matter how much time passes, you can't cut free of your regrets from the outside world. You're to blame. Of course, we can't cut free outside the world, being trapped in this insane place. You're trapped, are you? Well, I'm sure you learn all the mysteries of the school. Your thinking will change for sure. You think, boy, isn't it wonderful how we all get to live here forever?
What does this mean?
What are you trying to say?
Hey.
I feel like there's some deeper meaning hidden in there. Just like before.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Anyway, let's get blackened punishment. That's what everyone is waiting for after all.
Hey.
When you said everyone, who exactly are you referring to? Sorry, I said everything I've got to say. I need to save some fun of the fun for later. And you just run away. And just like that, he was gone. He left us there, overwhelmed by a nightmare turned reality. Is that the end of the chapter? Even after he was gone, we stood there forever, unable to move. Actually, no, it wasn't long, I think. That long, I think. Everyone just lost their sense of time. We are all too scared. Scared of being alone. No one even tried to speak. Their faces were stones. Their voices dead. Even in that moment.
Just a second.
Makoto, can I talk to you for a second? She moved in close and whispered into my ear.
Makoto.
Before we head back, there's something I want to talk to you about. It's about Sayaka, isn't it? I'm surprised you figured it out.
Listen.
I told you before the class trial started. You had to figure out the mystery of the skate yourself. You wanted me to realize how Sayaka betrayed me by myself, didn't you? Truth never even crossed in my mind. I feel like as such foe becoming such an easy target like that.
It's true.
Sayaka meant to double cross you. That's a fact that you can never change. Even till the end, she wasn't sure of her decision, that's why. As she lay dying, she was thinking of you. She was thinking of me? You can just say something like that. I mean, there's no way you can know that. Only Sayaka would know for sure, and we can't ask her now.
However...
Even if you can't ask her, you can interfere it, don't you think? Her final thought was how she could protect you. Yeah, that's actually true. Like, her, like, last strength. She was just, like, typing the culprit message. Holy shit. What?
So...
The fact she used her last ounce of energy to leave her dying message prove it. If she didn't care what happened to you, she never would have left that message. Maybe she just wanted to get back at the person who had killed her.
Certainly.
That's entirely one possibility, but I don't think that's what it was.
Anyway...
She was uncertain. She wasn't sure she could kill someone or deceive you, which is why her plan failed. Her hesitation attracted a failure.
Right.
It's almost ironic when you think about it. Why are you telling me all this? Because you're the kind person who can overcome this. Because you can move past the deaths of your friends Sayaka and Leon. And keep moving forward.
Correct.
Without someone like that, the others would never be able to break free of such a desperate situation. Move past their deaths. I could never do that. No. I'm going to carry them with me the rest of my life. How could I possibly move past something like that? Leon, Sayaka, I will carry them with me forever. I will carry their memories with me whenever I go. So instead of forgetting them, you're choosing the hard road. But I have high expectations for you. As she said that, she revealed the smallest smile.
Hey.
By the way, I have to admit, I'm curious. How did you know I wanted to talk to you about Sayaka? Oh well. I'm psychic.
What?
Huh? Kidding, I just have a pretty good intuition. Ah. DespairZeth. You want to save? Yes. I guess this is gonna be actually a perfect song for the end. I guess that's gonna be actually a perfect thing to say, like to hear about, like to listen to. Maybe I'm gonna finish here, and I guess we're gonna do a little raid to Rororoy. God damn it. Why the freaking last that thing also like always struck to me? Con. Despair. That's all. EricZeth. Raid. Sag. I guess that's gonna be actually very good. I guess that's gonna be actually very good to do. But yeah. I'm gonna finish here. We gonna do a stream today because it's Tuesday. Thank you guys for watching. And see you next time.